So, Genshin Impact short. This is Star Odyssey. This is all for Skirk, because Skirk's coming out, I think the 18th, so we've got a couple days left. And we've got a red space here, so I think we know what we're going to be seeing. From what it's revealed in the special program, Skirk is a Descender. I think she did come after us, though, so we're the fourth Descender. It's like the Traveler, they're the fourth Descender. Third Descender is, I think, possibly Nibelung, who is the Dragon King, the one who resides over the Dragon Sovereign. His body was possibly, it's just a rumor, theory, and working theory that people think seems to be true. Because his body seems like it possibly was used to make the Gnosis, which are harnessing the power of the Dragon Sovereign, you know, the elemental power, and only someone like Nibelung, who is the king of the Dragon Sovereigns, would be able to kind of harness and amplify that power. I can't remember if we know who the second Descender is, and the first Descender is the Heavenly Principles. But we are the fourth Descender, which would make Skirk a fifth Descender. And unlike the kids who showed up in Conria, there's a little institute for Descenders. Skirk, I think, would definitely have the will to change the world, which is what a Descender is. Someone who has the will that matches the gods. Someone who has the will to change the world. So I think she would definitely qualify as a fifth Descender. But, you know, I'm sure she's going to have some awesome lore, and then she's going to be put on the back burner for a while. And possibly never used again. Given that her master is one of the 5 sinners, then I don't see why that wouldn't be the case. But and we know she's not going to die because she's a playable character. And playable characters usually don't die. And if they do, they get brought back like Hu Tao. Look at the captain. We're not playing as the captain anytime soon. He's not dead, but he's temporarily out of commission. But anyway, Star Odyssey. Super Mario Star Odyssey with Skirk. Haha!
テイワットでは世界の外から来た世界の運命を変える者を降臨者と呼ぶ。だがお前にその資格はない。教会を開いたのは俺だからな。お前はただの密航者だ。
If your long journey makes you drift too far away, and if the dust and time still weigh you down, pull it.
Okay, so we've seen this before. After Awika tried to hit soy sauce. That's what I call him. I just call him soy sauce. She punched him, and the explosion was so great that it broke the sky, and this is what we saw. We got a glimpse of the fake sky. So we saw this. We saw a broken moon. And now it almost seems like this is a waiting room of some kind for, like, Descenders. Yeah, she was just kind of chilling there until whoever just, you know, finally sent her down. She was just kind of not in stasis because she was still aware of everything and moving, but it seems like this area is almost like a waiting room for Descenders. I don't know if it's an actual plane of existence, like an actual separate universe, or it looks like a universe, but it is kind of just like this realm in between where Descenders kind of go and wait almost. But if it wasn't, it's like there'd be no reason for her to just, like, you know, be there. If she was a Descender, she should have just, you know, but she was being kept there. So maybe it's like a waiting room. You know, okay, next Descender, your turn.
You astray, if passing, it'll change you somehow. Let not this simple life must still be there with you. 見て、流れ星だ。どこに落ちたんだろう。
俺に勝ちたければ俺の歩いた道をたどってみるがいい。
Please know that I stay.
So I want to know who's talking. It might be Sertologi, her master. But also it's nice to know that possibly she landed in Fontaine, which is why Farina was able to, they were able to see it. And Nuvalet's like, according to the judgment of the Ortries Magnique and Elise Cardinal. This is fucking bullshit. But no, so it seems like she landed in Fontaine, or at least near Fontaine. If Farina's like, but where did she land? So it possibly isn't like Snezhnaya Nodcry near Fontaine. So it's possible she kind of landed closer to that area. But she was able to clearly see Skirk falling and landing somewhere in the distance. But I like to know who's talking. Walk the path that I once did. Again, it could be her master. It could be... Hell, it could be Nibelung himself. I mean, he is the Dragon King. You know? Maybe he still has some kind of presence. Given the voice, it's a much deeper, almost like non-human voice. I don't know why he would be talking to her, though.
Please know that I stay to see.
だがそこにお前は属すな。
That changes is
お前の家もな。
right here you stand. I am
私アリスよ。
waiting for
旅の
you.
人おしゃべりしましょう。
Chase and fading melodies or memories from all past to see. Since gentle
その件誰に習った？あいつはどこだ？
from you and me are falling.
So it's clear Alice and Dane are going to be a huge part of this next part of the story. We've already seen Alice, but we know, obviously she's not really close. She's clearly met Skirk, before, Skirk became, Sertologi's, student, I think. And obviously, she would have known of Alice regardless, because Sertologi is one of the sinners of Conria, along with Gold, or Rhine-daughter, who is Albedo's mom, the creator of Albedo, who is also a member, Gold also being part of the Hexenzirkel, who Alice is a part of. So she would have met Alice regardless, but it seems Alice being able to travel pretty much wherever the hell she wants, because she's basically a god, it would make sense that, Skirk would meet her. What was I saying? I had to get up. Oh yeah, so it would make sense that she would meet, know Alice, and because regardless, one of the five sinners is her one of the five sinners is her master, and one of the other five sinners is part of the Hexenzirkel, and that Hexenzirkel was founded by Alice. So, yeah, either way, she would meet Alice at some point. But, yeah, and also the fact that Dane seems to recognize her fighting style, because it's like, where are they? Where are they? Like, takes her and slams her, like, where are they? Batman. And so he clearly recognizes the fighting style. So he's like, your fighting style, the person, where are they? I need to know. I need to know and get my revenge. I must take out the person who killed the Uchiha. I mean, the people of Conria. Even though they didn't kill the people of Conria, Celestia did, but, it was the five sinners who kind of started that shit, so.
The silent tears.
師匠、今日こそ両手を使ってよ。
And just to show even more, she's known about us, the Descender, the Traveler, this entire time. Because obviously she saw this on the beach. So she looks like she showed up not too long after we left. Because this is what, the Traveler drew on the beach as they were telling the story to Paimon. We've got us right there, being represented by the falling stars. We've got the sustainer of the sustainer of heavenly principles and her big old cubes, and apparently she's got a badonkadunk, a really big badonkadunk. But no, assuming this is probably not too long after, because, I mean, in world, the water would have washed this away. So this must have happened not too long after we left. So she's known about us this entire time. The whole time. And it's a shame she's cryo, because I would love to see. So she wields abyssal magic, but the way they describe it is she disguises it as cryo. Wouldn't it be cool to see her actually wield abyssal magic? It's not like she's an unknown character. She's been known for a while. Surely they must have had enough time to think of how to implement abyssal magic. They've done it with Dane in cutscenes. And hell, in the new update, we're going to fight alongside Dane, who has his own moveset. We're not going to be able to play as him. He's just fighting alongside us. He has his own moveset. He's going to be wielding abyssal magic. They couldn't implement that with her. But I would love to, again, I would love to know who's talking. Is it her master? Is it Nibelung? It would make more sense. Is it one of the heavenly principles? Like, who? I mean, I would assume it's her master. I would assume it's Sertologi. So, but the animation, and they're just like dropping all the stuff so casually. Like, hey guys, remember the broken sky, the firmament between? Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Oh yeah, Skirk. Yeah, she's a descender. No little drops of it. No, it's just like boom, right there. Lady Farina. Nouvellette does not look impressed. It's beautiful animation. I like how they keep showing her eyes and just how interesting her eyes are. They're almost like Conrian eyes. How like the Conrian eyes have like the little star in them. They're almost like Conrian eyes, just not a full star. But she's going through Sumeru. She's going through all the nations. That looks like she's over here, possibly in Liyue, because you got the bamboo forest right there. So she's possibly in Liyue right there. Given the Rift Hounds that we saw right here, I mean, it looks possibly like it could maybe be Inazuma. Inazuma had a lot of fucking Rift Hounds. But yeah, you can see it's almost like a Conrian. Like if these were extended a little more into points, it would look like the Conrian eye. But hers is like just like a slit, the eye, So if it was just extended a little more to little points, it would look like the Conrian eye. But it just shows how special she is. But yeah, that was really good animation. And there's Alice. There's Alice. We got to see her in there. We got to hear her in here, which, I mean, we've heard her many times. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Skirk's kind of lore, backstory, and they better make it good. And she better not be a character that's like, oh, hey, guys. She's like heavily involved with the lore, but, enjoy this update because that's the last you're getting of her. I hope they don't do that crap. I hope she becomes a part of. I mean, if she's a playable character now, then obviously she's hopefully. But anyway, yeah, Skirt, Abyssal Mommy, or whatever the kids are calling her. I don't know. I think it's Abyss Mommy, right? But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.